actually think there's real art in creating these complex systems, but making them simple for players to understand. Like, to me, I think that's like the real art of football and really of anything, is how can you make the most complex things distilled down into like a couple words. That's why I'm a big one word guy. I call them visual cues. So it's a word, but when I give it to you, it creates an imagery in your head, or it's an acronym that means something, or it's like a hot word. And so that way I can just say one word, or maybe it's a phrase, and you know instantly what that means. And it gives you that visual cue in your head of like, okay, what do I need to do? And so to me, I think that, and then also, we did not get any premium players. I think, Xavier Howard was a special guy. We got him because everybody had jumped off of him. They didn't think he was going to qualify. Carlton Buckles decided, I'm going to stay on top of him. We'll get him. So we were able to get him late. That was a coup, because he was a kid from Houston that kind of everybody had recruited and then kind of fallen off of. Andrew Billings was another one that we got lucky with, that he was a hometown kid, wanted to play at Baylor, wanted his family to see him. So like those were like the only guys that we had that were, named players prior to signing with Baylor. Ahmad Dixon was another one that we had, but we only had him for a year or 2 years. So to me, we had to kind of take this system. We were getting killed in practice. How can we then develop it? And I think that's where like cautious aggression, that whole, like, it's essentially just a manifest on how to defend modern offense for structurally, philosophically, the way to look at it. Because I get asked all the time, like, well, can you run a 3-4? Can you run an odd front with it? I was like, yeah, you can run whatever you want in front of it. But like the philosophy behind it, that's kind of where that comes from. So yeah, that to me was the biggest thing. Of we had this complex system of quarters that we had to teach, but we had zero time to actually teach it in practice. We had 15 minutes at Indy, and like Browse was not a big Indy guy.